Hi guys. I have just been thinking and I thought I would make a video, which hopefully is not a waste of time. And hopefully somebody listens and can learn something and go away a changed person and better for it. Um, so recently there's been a recurring theme that I've been hearing. And it's literally like so many of my circle of friends um, in these moms groups that I'm in, um, and even outside of that, schools. So like my small circle of friends, moms groups, churches, my son's school, those moms, different groups that I'm in, a group of theater friends, family, so pretty much everyone that I know and talk to. There's a recurring theme that comes up, and it's comparison. And why are we comparing ourselves with everybody and saying, well, I'm not like them, so I'm not worthy of whatever, worthy enough to go ahead and do what I want to do, or feel like I should be doing with my life because I'm just not good enough. I don't know where this is all coming from, but every single person does it. Every person compares themselves, but it'll literally rob you of happiness and joy, and it'll literally it can consume your mind so much to the point where you lose focus of what you actually, your passions and your dreams and what you do love and what you know you're supposed to be doing. You'll actually lose the focus and the meaning of all that and just get into a comparison game, which is sad. And literally every single, every single person does it. I know I've done it. But recently, as I've gotten older, I've learned some things, and I've realized that I can't do that. And it's made me so much more joyful, and I look at people differently. It's so awesome because I look at people differently, and I look at you, and I look at my friends, and I have this beautiful circle of people, different circles of people that I know. So I've got family, I've got some church, some moms groups, some workout friends, different theater friends, and I look at each and every one of them. And you know what I see? I see potential in each and every one of you. And when you're comparing, you don't see that. You don't see beauty in everybody. You only see it. It's like you're looking through the eyes of a critical, judgmental person, and it's so different. But then when you take that away, and you truly believe, and you think, and you realize that each and every person, you, is special. And I know that sounds cliche, but you are, okay? And why are you special? You're special because you are the only one who has your story. And I know so many people who've been through some crazy, painful things, intense, and every person has a story. And that makes them beautiful. And I have met the most beautiful people. And if I were to talk about someone that I thought was beautiful, it would be, oh my goodness, you have no idea what this person has been through. and how they got through it. And that's what I would talk about, is their story. I wouldn't say, oh, this person is an amazing, writer or singer, and leave out their story. That wouldn't be the first thing that I would say. It's literally, what makes you beautiful is your story. And share that with people. It's hard to share. Sometimes it's hard to share. But vulnerability, I believe, is the key to creativity. And when you're vulnerable, and that teach this a lot in acting, being vulnerable, in acting, you have to be vulnerable. You have to let your own emotions from your past come through into your work. If you're acting through something, or singing a song that requires certain emotions, you pick that up from your story and your past, and you share that with people. And that's when you'll get connection. So vulnerability leads to creativity, and then that leads to connection. And so you don't have to be the best of the best at what you do, but you need to do it. And the world will be a better place if you share your gifts with the circles that you can. I mean, it's like, well, I can't reach the whole world with my gift. Well, that's okay. Start with the people that you can. And then if you really feel like, I really feel like I need to reach more people, then I really believe that God will make a way for you to reach more people. But just take the first step and do what you know you need to do. Say, this is my passion and my dream. Your passions and desires. I mean, really, I believe if you're connected to God, and walking in the way, your passions and your desires are from Him. And as long as you are praying about them and figuring out how you can help people with those things, then you need to go do them. And don't worry about being perfect, because I personally love people who are not perfect. I'm actually thinking of one person right now, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but Jeremy Jordan. When I first heard him, like, I was just listening to his voice, I was like, okay, it's a little different from what I personally like. But then I watched him and everything changed. The emotion that came out of his eyes, it was just like intense. I cannot watch Jeremy Jordan without feeling something, like, it's like, yes, I can relate to whatever he just did right there. Like, it is amazing. His ability to bring up emotions that are real. They're real emotions from his past, I'm sure. And to just deliver that is just, it's the most beautiful thing that I've ever seen. And he's one that I think of as an example. Because if I just was listening to him, I probably wouldn't choose to listen to him, because to me, maybe his voice isn't like perfect. And I don't want to say that either, because he's so good. But I hope you can kind of follow what I'm saying. It's the whole package. It's like the emotion and his story and everything like behind it that is so gripping. And even more so than someone who sounds like a literal angel but has no emotion and just shuts that part off. And I'm not saying that I don't appreciate and love a beautifully trained voice. And I'm also not saying anything negative about people that that go ahead and sing without emotion, because it is the hardest thing to do. It is not easy to be vulnerable and to give of yourself in that way. Not easy at all. It's very, very, very hard. But you know what? I also think, and I know of some people I'm thinking of right now, who are just amazing at that. And I'm just like, oh, I wish I was you, And here we go with the comparison thing. But that in and of itself is a gift, to be able to just be vulnerable. If you have an art that you do, or anything, just to be vulnerable in that creativity, and just give of your emotions, and give of yourself, and give of your heart, that is beautiful. That is a gift right there. That is special, and that should be praised above everything. Really, really special. Some people have to work very, very hard at taking those, lifting up the mask, and being truly vulnerable in front of people when they present their work to people. For me, I sung for years without emotion. I was too scared. I was too scared to let my emotions come through. I'm learning that now, how to do that. And it's amazing when you do. But it's very, very hard. So there's so many different gifts and talents and everything. And your story is special. You are the only one with your story. You're the only one with your story. Like, think about that. That is so cool. You have a special story. You have a message. You know what it is. Go speak it, and go do that thing that you're supposed to be doing, but you're not, because you think that you're not good enough. Okay? I'm here right now with no makeup on, because I figured, you know what, I'm giving a message of being yourself, and being vulnerable. And so yeah, sometimes you just have to show up and just be like, hey, this is me. I've got my workout clothes and no makeup on, and here I am. And just work on being okay with who you are. Just work on it. And also, it's so cool when you do that, because you can see the world so differently. I literally look at all of my friends and like my groups of people that